right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome. Happy Friday, by the way, everyone. Good to see you all. Very excited. Get ready for the weekend. Getting a nice little run on this PIK. Look at this little cheap little stock, 60-cent stock. Started out of nowhere. Damn thing ran up over, what, up 150%. Nice little move. Kind of point this out really quick to you right here, but you can see right here, we had some really nice iceberg orders that showed up right down around there. You guys see that? Once he showed up right around that, what time is that? A little bit before around 8:40, around that dollar move, because dollar is a very, very big price point. But once we got past that dollar move, that thing just really took off. So we're going to keep an eye on this stock. Very, very interesting stock right there. Really like that PIK trade. So, but anyway, there's a couple of stocks that traded yesterday. It was a really interesting day. By the way, did you guys have a chance to watch me on NASDAQ yesterday? Anyone here was able to watch me on that on the show? It's been recorded. You can watch it on our Twitter feed. But I was going over a couple of stocks. One of them I was really excited about was the Amazon trade. Well, we'll go through the watch list in a minute, and we'll go out there and share what we're trading and what's moving this morning. But obviously, we always like to talk about what happened yesterday. And what was really cool about this Amazon trade, I just want to bring this up to you right here. So Amazon, there was, and we don't really trade expensive brand name stocks like this, but once in a while we do. But this Amazon trade had a 330,000 share seller at 130. And you could see it right here, how it had major resistance levels. He probably, hold on. He probably won't show up yet. Probably he's got a little bit here. Let me just bring up the level 4. He might show up a little bit later, but it was pretty cool on the book viewer how you saw that. And I had those examples. And when I came on, I think it was right around 1 o'clock, you could see it never got past that. But the reason why I'm kind of stressing this and talking about it is because yesterday, being on NASDAQ, and you could see how the exchanges really want you to learn how to use their software, very importantly, how much that really can make a big difference. And that stock, you could see it had a beautiful run. It ran from 124 to 130, which was awesome. Okay, looks like I got some data here. So is he out there? Not really. You could see it right here. We got some buyers right here showing up at 129. So the 130s are not there yet. We'll see what happens when the market opens up. All right. So let's go over a couple of things right here and see what else is going on. We got a couple other stocks that are moving too. We got this there was a couple other stocks yesterday we traded too. So let me just X out of something really quick right here. Okay. So this VCIG was actually a pretty good moving stock yesterday. This one, you could see it right here. It kind of did a couple of big blowups right here. Look at this thing. Went from 480 up into within 30 minutes. Great run up to 760. And then you could see it once again. If everyone doesn't have it, the mouse pad, right? Beautiful. Everyone tells you the best times to trade, worst times to trade. Did exactly what it's supposed to do. Same thing like Amazon. You can see it right there. Did a nice little pop. And then it kind of retraced, right around that 10 o'clock. Came down, 10:30, made a pop, and pretty much done from there. Very, very nice move. Moving stock yesterday that we traded. And also a couple other ones. NGOL, nice little early runner. Kind of push going into the close. You can see how long-term it's been doing pretty nicely too. Meds. This one just got halted left and right. Big pop right there. And this was pretty wacky too. This one too, crazy stock in pre-market. This thing ran from $9 all the way up to $22. And then obviously it came back down. But what a crazy stock, that LCFY yesterday. So anyway, that's what you guys missed yesterday. And that's okay. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of other stocks out there we're going to see that's going to be moving out there. But just remember, we are into the now we're getting into the keep of the summer here in the United States and all over the world. And what happens, especially here, and you probably, some of you students, I kind of mentioned this last year. I'm going to mention it to you again. But when it comes into this time of the year, people have, where I live here on Long Island, you probably heard the Hamptons, where they got those multi-million-dollar homes. People pay $2-3 million just to rent a home for the summer there. You got $100 million homes there. Listen, all these big shots here in New York, that's where they go. and they leave early. Now, just going to let you know, the weather is going to stink this weekend, okay? But I did hear that we're supposed to have the hottest summer going to July, August, and September. So I'm not anticipating a lot of them going to run there too quickly, especially traffic's been horrendous lately. I don't know what the hell's going on. But the reason why I bring that up, I'm not here to be the weather person, but the reason why is because if they don't take off, that means trading might pick up. Now, the market is down right now about 190. You could see we've been having a really good rally lately, but now things are starting to back off. We're back down from that 1,500 from that highs of 34,500. S&P also, you could see it, same thing. We really kind of backed off a little bit regarding about those highs that we had. But there are a couple of stocks that are moving, and we'll keep an eye on it. One thing I want to point out is Boyle did a reverse stock split. Okay, so just to let everybody know that the reason why a lot of companies do reverse stock splits, I don't know if you guys know this, but what ends up happening, companies, especially major hedge funds and so on, can't trade stocks under $5. So they'll do a reverse stock split. Now, that's not a good thing. When they do a reverse stock split, that's not a very good thing to happen in a stock. It's always nice to do splits, not reverse splits. But they brought it to a normal price range. We'll see how it goes. Now, let's see people jump into it. But I actually, I didn't even know it was doing a reverse stock split. But now you can see it, and now you want to know how's the stock go from like 350 to $60. So there's your answer. Now, a couple of stocks I want to keep an eye on. Let's get right to the action. What do you say? So we got this stock PIX. Now, PIX, just listen. You gotta remember, I'm not a fan, and you hear me say it all the time. I'm not a penny stock fan. Okay, I don't like stocks that are up 150%. Granted, the market's not open. You've seen some of these stocks. If you've been here for the past week, we've had some of these stocks like this make these big pops. And then all of a sudden, when the market opens up, they crash down. Listen, we saw that yesterday with, with this stock right here with LCFY. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. But, it wasn't more of a penny stock. It was under penny stocks. Anything to me, a penny stock's anything under $1. That's really because now you're in the pennies, you're not in the dollars. But we'll keep an eye on the PIK, and we'll see how that runs out. There was a couple of buyouts right here. You can see this CFMS, second biggest percentage gainer. It's crap. It's done. There's another stock that we found this morning that did move this morning. I know a lot of you here at 7:30 who came in a little bit early did catch on to this KITT. Now, listen. KITT reminds me of a couple of stocks also we traded last week that had this big pop, and then they started coming down when the market, right around this time. And then all of a sudden the market opened up, and about 10, 15 minutes later, we've seen the stock go from $2.30, it'll go back to $3. We saw it this week with a couple of stocks, and I'm going to put this back on our watch list. Now, as orders go, okay, so there was a big iceberg order around 260. He did get filled, okay, which is right around here. You could see that right there, and I'll show you that order I'm talking about. See that right there? That was a 20,000, 26,000, 6,000. Pretty big order right there. You can see a little red right there, and you can see that little volume bar. So it looks like the person did get executed. Here's another order right here. So I'm a little skeptical on it. As I zoom out, I'm looking at some other orders everywhere else, but listen, looks like they came out with some decent news, up 20%, almost 6 million shares trade on pre-market. That's only people like you and I that have access to direct access to trade in pre-market. Imagine some of you right now listening in have no access to this stuff. So KITT, anyway, on the watch list, number 3. Here's stock Trump that's moving, not the Trump you're thinking of, not President Trump, but we trade this stock Trump a few times. Stock's been pretty fun. We did pretty well with this stock. Volume, not too impressed, okay, in pre-market. It had that, obviously looks like it had some good earnings yesterday because it popped right after 4 o'clock. But when you look over the intraday, look at the chart, very spotty. So listen, not only I'm here to tell you and focus on what's tradable and what's not, but some of these stocks, not really, just because they're up big doesn't mean you can get in and out of it. ABCM, not really, even though it's big up, garbage, not really moving too much right now. APLD, now this one right here has got some good volatility. we had a couple of, the issue with this stock right here is we had a lot of iceberg orders that did show up right around here, right around this 1180. You see it right there. And that once that started kicking in, you could see how the good pre-market from 8 to about 8:30, where it ran from like 960 to 1180. And now it's just starting to come back down. Orders started showing up right now around 1080, starting to push it down. But I like the volume. I like the trend. We've been trading the stock for the past month. Some of you remember the stock. We had that nice day back on May 16th when the stock ran from 430 to 625. Stock did a nice little channel right here. Almost looks like a day trade, right? Remember we were talking about channeling? And I know Josh is doing phase 2 today. So once again, if you're a student of cyber trading, don't miss that class. But here you had a good movement. That stock had a nice pop right there. So putting that one on our watch list, APLD, breaking a yearly high, which is what we like. Now we're already down to 7%. So we're already scratched that. And typically on a Friday, I'm not that shocked that we're seeing that. On the New York Stock Exchange, anything moving there, we're at 6%, really nothing there. So that pretty much scratches everything out there. As brand name goes, you could see a lot of bleeding going on my watch list. Not really that much out there on all my watch lists. I got a lot of red going on. So we're probably, this is typically normal for a Friday. But one thing I like about a Friday, we will see something that will pop up when the market opens up. So if you are part of our cyber group room or whatever it is, and if you want to come and join us, you're more than welcome to. Let me just go here and put that QR code to do a trial for anyone that's watching on YouTube or Facebook. You can just click on, just grab your phone and just scan that QR code. We'll get you in that room. But as of right now, it's pretty quiet going into this morning. So we'll see how things pan out when the market opens up. Anything I'm missing, cyber traders, before we go? Anyone else see anything out there that we're missing? You got the watch list. You got everything here. Very small list. Friday. Be careful. Don't get too cocky. And we'll see if we can make something. But listen, if nothing's going on, you're better off not trading on a day like today if there's nothing happening. It's better breaking even than being down. All right, cyber traders. Don't forget, Josh has class today. Phase 2. We're starting phase 2. We'll see you all in there. In the meantime, cyber traders and anyone on social media, if you want to come and join us, click on that link right there. We'll get you in there. And remember, traders, you see something, you trade something, you let us know, all right? Happy trading, everyone. We'll see you back here at 2:30. And for everybody else in the trading room, we'll start commentating exactly when the market opens up. We'll see you then.